center, number 88, from Xavier High School, senior, Henry Lonyo. And tonight in net, number 52, from Xavier High School, Roman Carter. Please stand if you're able and join and remove your caps as we honor our nation and the brave men and women who answered the call to serve our nation with this morning's national anthem.
Exactly what that man just said. Let's play some hockey here. Game number 2 of this Sunday morning, as the Cedar Rapids RoughRiders take on the Ames Cyclones for game number 2 on the weekend. As the Cyclones looking for the sweep, Cedar Rapids trying to get a split. As you know what, let's go over that starting lineup here tonight for this game. As let's start off here for the goaltending, as we have ourselves Roman Carter, number 52. Didn't have a great showing last time he was in here in this building, but you know, it's a whole different game. He's locked in, just looking at him go. Arms spread out, he's ready to rock and roll for this game. And for the forwards, we're going to start off with Colt Sebring at left wing, Henry Lanyo for center, Colby Bells for right wing, Coleman Walker for the left defenseman, right defenseman, Dominic Frangella, the man who scored earlier today in the JV game, starting Varsity. And that's our starting lineup for tonight's matchup. Should be an entertaining one. I do predict it's going to be a more lower scoring game compared to last Friday night's game, as Cedar Rapids played exceptionally well against this team. Was only able to score 1 goal after 52 shots on goals. Tonight, though, is hopefully a different story in this game. As we begin, the puck drops. Cedar Rapids wins the draw and immediately shoots it down over to the Ames goaltender to start off this hockey game. Off the draw, Frangella up ahead, throws it off the boards. Lanyo leaves it out in front here, and the Cyclones, big time hit there by Colt, absolutely leveled him on the penalty box, as he absolutely wakes up number 92. Show up and show out for this line. That was a quick shift there. We clearly got the message sent out to the visitors, though. Here comes Kellen Patson, giving the puck, fires one up top. Kale crawling behind the net, over towards the boards now. Long Henry out to Kai Patson. It's immediately blocked, though. Up in front, Long Henry throws the shot over towards the pad. Rebound picked up the boards, having to skate backwards, but being able to keep it inside the zone there was Caden Lai. Kral takes a check from the back. Up in front, Long Henry with it now behind the net. Circles up ahead. Stick checked off of him, but he receives it once more. By the skate, Kellen Patson looks to shoot, hit the side of the goaltender. Cedar Rapids with possession still. Kale Kral with it now. Here comes Kai with a shot, ripping one over top of the net. Kale tries to fire one in front again. Here comes Kellen Patson, missed the shot opportunity, though, and Ames will take it outside of the zone as they get a line change or a couple of players as they send it in deep. Lie with it. Tried to go indirect. Here comes Crawford. Crawford up ahead. Dangerous man, and he scores! On the first shot on goal of the game for Ames. They strike first. You got to love the pressure from Cedar Rapids early. That was a jaw dropper right there. And I was just talking about him, too, before he shot the puck. He scored against us last Friday, and he scores again. And a quick shot on the goal as the visitors, rocking the black and orange, strike first. Coleman Walker has something to say about it as he dangles his way through. And, somebody lost their ankles. That was Hayden Sinclair in the back by the net. Walker up with the puck, picks it up, looking over to Frangella as he receives it. Off a stick in front, Gus is going to throw it deep inside the zone in front. Gage Boatman there with a body check. Here comes Coleman Walker. Gives it out to Lie. Lie gives it out. That's intercepted in front, turned over. Crawford has it, moves it back to the point. Kiefer drops it. Shifley with it now. Kiefer looks up ahead. He throws it off the boards, and it's going to go in behind the net. Out the Lie. Lie throws it off a stick. In front for the Ames defenseman to go to work. Up ahead it goes to Cedar Rapids. Chips it up ahead forward. See, throws it up ahead, cross ice. The other way over by the boards. Here comes Belts. Belts chipped off the puck off of a stick. Kai throws it down below in the zone. He tried to get it to an open Sebring, but it was taken away, though, by a man in front of the net. Cyclones picking it up, looking to go with speed at the 2-on-1 at the moment that they hurry. Falling over with two players, taking away the pass and a shot. Knocked away there is Roman with the save made. Beltsy coming around the other way. Colby with it, driving around the man, looking, holding on to it instead. Up ahead, tried to get the pass, and there was no defenseman in sight. Thought somebody would be there. Unfortunately for us, nobody there at all. Long pass attempt, and it's all the way deep down for icing. As the Cedar Rapids RoughRiders today, rocking the home whites and green. Cowan Patton for the face-off. Underneath, off a couple skates. Here comes Kinnick with speed, indirect. Can he get to the puck in time? He gets it, battling for it there behind the red line. Cedar Rapids with possession at the moment. Frangella moves it back down below. Cross ice on the other side of the zone. Long Henry picks it up. Forehand pass down below the Kale behind the net. Flips it to the other side. Long Henry to the point. Coleman immediately chops it back down inside the end. And the puck almost broken out. Good reception, though, by Long Henry. Here comes Cohen. Wide open. Backhanded shot and knocked away. Good setup in front, though, by Cedar Rapids at the end of their shift. Able to get a very good quality shot opportunity. We're going to need a lot of those today in order to beat this goaltender. Just walking down over by the locker rooms and running over into the Ames team. Let's just say he's super tall. He's super tall and big. And there's a reason why he stopped 51 shots last Friday. So one of the best goaltenders in this league. Behind the red line, and that's going to be icing. From the point, here's Leeskamp of a shot. Here comes Ames now with it, trying to break it outside of the zone. Up ahead, Cowan chips it up ahead off of Gus's leg. And now a lot of pressure here by Cedar Rapids. Cyclones enter inside the zone. Crawford drops it off in front. Here's a shot there from Paulson, ran into a man. Ames back around with the puck, stolen away by Sinclair. Hayden almost got it lost behind the net. falling over. Both players did, in fact. Kicks out to the side. Boret ran it into a stick. Leeskamp tries to clear it outside of the zone. It's popping up and into the stands. The man tried to catch it with his hand. I think it hit the ground, and now he picked it up. Actually, no, the puck's over in the stands still. Off the draw, Seawalk flips it outside of the zone. Here we go, 3-on-1 for Cedar Rapids, and we're unable to get the pass off. And the 3-on-1 is no more. I mean, it's a good defensive effort, though, by Ames, but it was super quick as the puck came to Colt. Just not quick enough there to get the pass off, unfortunately. Would have been a really good opportunity to get on the board. And we're going to have to redo this face-off. Off the draw. Back over by the Cedar Rapids bench. Immediately sent in by Kiefer. Coleman has it stolen away. Goes back the other side by the boards. Up in front, Belts moves it in, and the pass goes off of Flory. Lanyo, with a man right behind him. Falling over as he took a shoulder up high. Passes it up ahead. One timing shot. Patted away in front. Back out the Dom. Frangella leaves it. Out for Sebring to play it. Skating up ahead. Out for the blue line. Belts tries to get the pass out to Lanyo. Bit of traffic there on that pass. Henry with the check there on the Ames defenseman. Back around looking. Sebring hits the post there on the shot. The rebound underneath of Henry as he fell over. Trying to chip it outside of the zone. Kai picks it up. Forehand pass the other way as it goes out to Kiefer. D to D and up to the forward in front. Here come the Cyclones. Up ahead and sends it in deep inside the zone. With it, chips ahead off of a stick. In front, here comes Cowan Patton. Cowan up ahead, stolen away. In front, Crawford up against the boards and tangled up. Cowan loses it on in front to Lie. Caden fires one up in front, too far for Kale. No ice, says Lightfoot. Up ahead to Kale. Up and stolen away. Back the other side of the zone. Cedar Rapids possesses it. Patton tries to cycle it down below to Kale, who has it stolen away. Ames with the puck, looking long pass. He settles with a shorter one, skating through, making a nice move out to Crawford. Out in front to the right side, tries to drive inside, drops it off of a pass. Paulson now picks it back up. Paulson drives in here on the forehand, driving through, past the defense, off the body, and out the post, and the rebound back up to the defenseman, stolen away. Here comes Kale Crow all alone, breakaway to tie the game. Forehand shot, and a save made there. Rebound back out in the corner. Back out the other side, Kale has it again. Moves it back up to Sinclair. Sinclair up ahead, tries to drop it off, and stolen away. No breakaway opportunity for Ames, though. Sinclair puts it in deep. Cyclones throw it up ahead to Gus, who came off the bench. Battle for it. Down below, inside the zone. Off the wall, Gage trying to pick it up. On the backhand with it, now back to his forehand. Circles around, finds an open Frangella, ripping a shot in front, but it's blocked. There's a good lane there for Frangella, who was taken away, though, from the body in front. Back over by the boards, chopped up ahead. Here comes Gus. He throws it towards the net. A good shot. And Cedar Rapids definitely picking up the pace here these last couple of shifts. And Kale Crawl, one of the best opportunities of the game so far. Unfortunately, unable to beat the goaltender. And it looks like Noah Baxter will be out. I don't see him anywhere on the bench. And he's definitely out for this game because he was supposed to be up in the varsity lineup today, but that will not happen. Hopefully he's all right. As I already said before, injuries has been a problem for this team so far this year. Here's a collision there. Colby tried to hit his man. Luckily for Ames, didn't take the full blow of that hit. Over by the boards, the defenseman tried to play it. Lanyo trying to get a stick on top of it. Here comes Kai Patson in front. Out to the right side, Henry fell over. Off the draw, bouncing puck in front, picked up here by the centerman. Out to Coleman, sailing one inside the deep of the zone. Kale flips it the other way. Long Henry with it, almost taken away. Up ahead, here comes Ames, fires to an open man. Paulson inside the zone, pulls up away, fires it towards the net. Hit the very end there of Crawford's skates. And this puck's going to be knocked outside of the ice and back in as they hit the netting. Off the draw, Seawalk plays it up ahead over Ames player. Up ahead, now over about a penalty box and sent in over to Coleman. Inside our own zone. Chipped up ahead. Ames, 33 in black with it. Off his teammate's stick. Leaves the zone. Frangella tried to throw it in front. Picked off and taken away by Ames. Thrown to open ice. Coleman tried to chip it up ahead forward. Cyclones, sharp angle shot. Throws it back door the other way. And it goes out the Lewinets. Throws it towards the net. Redirected. Out in front by the red line. Up ahead, Long Henry. Trying to get on top of that puck. Cyclones chip it up ahead forward. Frangella with man on top of him. Able to stay off of him. Hits a stick in front. And it's chipped outside of the zone. Baxter out in the front. One touch pass. And sent back over to Roman. Roman gets back over to the net. Indirectly with the pass in front. And there's going to be hand passing. As we'll have a face-off right in front of the Cedar Rapids bench. Off the draw, Yeldon has it, moves it out for Kai. Kai tried to send it out in front, and it goes all the way deep down in front to the goaltender. Back around, one-touch pass, unable to completely break it out. There's a collision. Big time hit there by Gus. Absolutely knocking his man over. Lakes verse 2. He hit the body and he slips and falls. Full body on the ground. Underneath, battling for position. Here comes Ames, quick shot in front, rebound. Knocked away. Lanyo moves a quick pass out to Beltsy. Beltsy in front, tries to take the shot. Up in front, rebound, backhanded away, and knocked into a body. Off of Baxter, I believe. Into the corner. Underneath, Lanyo tried to throw it off of a stick. Colby with it now, top of the circle, threw it towards the net. It's blocked again. Henry down below, looking for Sebring, unable to get a total control over that puck. And there we go. Power play here for Cedar Rapids coming up as they trip Henry. And now we're waiting to see this power play unit. This is an interesting look. Kellen Patton is going to be the center, taking the draw. Long Henry, Pinnock Long Henry, and Gage Boatman for the wingers. Dominic Franchella and Cale Crawl for defensemen. I believe Cale did have a couple reps at D for the power play last Friday. Leaves it out up front for Cale as he has his new Patchley captain sign on his jersey. It's black. Back the other way. Out to Kellen Patton. And now Ames, wide open man back door. Luckily hit the body of Frangella, so there was no breakaway there for Paulson. But Paulson still has the puck right now. Back door looking, shooting and missing the net though. Up ahead, Kellen grabs back his stick. Dom with it, cuts out around the man. In front, looking. Puts it deep. The front bounce off the boards over towards the goaltender. Quickly moved away. Cedar Rapids with it. Behind the net. Belts tried to receive the pass and taken away now by the visitors. Up ahead for the blue line. Tried to make a toe drag move. It didn't work though. Kai Patton up ahead. Makes the simple pass and it gets all the way up ahead of the Henry when he just puts it in deep. Belts, a man right on top of him. No look pass, it didn't work. And this power play really struggling to get anything to go. Belts looking for the middle, up ahead. Lots of traffic in front, bouncing puck. Looking, winding up a shot out in front. Back to Belts. Tried to get the wrap around it. Just holds on to it. In front. Back towards the boards, underneath. To the point. Coleman looking for a lane. Underneath, rebound. Nobody able to get on top of it quick enough, though. Big time collision, though. And Kai and Colt are absolutely blasted into the boards. And one of them is called as the Cyclones throwing the body there. And we'll have a 5-on-3 for only 1 second, but that will be another power play for your Cedar Rapids RoughRiders. Cale talking over with the referees. Ames is going to get a little bit of a line change. And looks like we're going to put out the first unit we had for the first power play. And now looks like we're finally going to take this face off. One back out to Dom. Leaves it in front for Cale. Crawl, a shot from the point, redirected high up over top of the net. Battle behind, looking both teams to get knocked out in front. Cale by the boards. Cycles it down below for Kellen. Feels a body right on top of him. Needs some support. Good keep though by Cale. Down below, up ahead, looking to get on top of the net. Took a shot. Underneath, picks up the rebound. Kellen moves it across the other side of the ice. Unfortunately, nobody is there, and it's going to leave the zone. Good idea in theory, but unfortunately, we had no idea it was going to happen. Hockey's a quick thinking, quick decision sport. Belts pulls away from the referee. Back behind, avoids a man. Leaves it out for Coleman. Makes a move out to the middle. Up in front, and we're offside. Definitely frustrating for the boys right now. Just gotta do a bit better at that. I know there's been a lot of pressure here when we try to get back into the zone off our power play, but we just gotta get a lot better at that. And I know we'll get a lot better and pick up throughout the season, but you know, I mean, that's kind of just taking away a lot of our precious power play time. Just gotta do better at this type of stuff. Here's a shot Shot into his own man. Sebring just threw it towards the net. Colby back around, looks, tries to take the shot. Lanyonel, it's his turn. Back around as he flips it up across, and it leaves the zone again. It went through one and then two riders. Walker up ahead, wants to skate it himself. Moves it across the ice. Belts, picked it up, and it's stolen and shipped outside of the zone. 20 seconds left here on this man advantage. Kai, up ice, moves it up across, and it goes right to Henry, who chips it in. Over by the boards, sends it in deep. That's going to be Roman Carter, the goaltender. And we're back to full strength. As Sinclair picks it up around the net. Up ahead, pass out to Gage. Boltman in front through the zone. Tried to dangle through. Gus with the puck on his stick. Throws it across right side by the boards. And getting it intercepted in front. Final minute of the first period. Frangella getting on top of the puck first. Almost ran into Gus there. There's a collision. Good hit there by Sinclair. Over by the Ames bench. Dangles through. Backhanded pass up across. Chips it up ahead there by Callan Leeskamp. Boltman got a stick on top of that one. He'll go for a line change. So will Kellen. Up in front. Ames with the puck. Sends it all the way deep down. A little bit of a miscommunication there on that pass. Somebody thought one thing, and then the other player wasn't even ready for it. That's going to be icing. Offensive draw. Off the draw, one back towards the board. Cycle. Oh, what a collision in front. Kellen absolutely smoked him. And both of them fell after that hit. Here's a big-time collision again. That was Kai Pats and his brother making the hit over by the blue line. In front, Kale racing in to get on top of that puck first. He's got 2 seconds. He'll try to throw it towards the net, and Long Henry was there. And here, he shoulders him at the end. Long Henry doesn't like that. Both of them are separated. And this first period comes to a close with the visitors having a 1-goal advantage over your home team RoughRiders. And they're still with each other. And now their referee is getting in the middle. And that will do it. I'll be back shortly. Good net front presence there. Here comes Belts with it. Looking for another shot. Hit the wall, though. In front, out the Y. Almost got a stolen away there by Flory. Off the Belts, Colby moves it the other way in front. Fanned on the opportunity to lift it outside of the zone. And Sebring throwing the body once again. Here we go. He picks it up now. Throws it over towards the net. And it's going into the netting there. Out the shot. Underneath. Puck is over by the wall. Carl moved it up ahead. Kiefer has it. Backhands it. Up over by Long Henry. Up ahead. Callan Patson battling for it. Up ahead. On the way. Kale looked in for the check. And he got shouldered up ahead and knocked over. But he was able to take out Paulson along with him. Deep inside the Ames end. Up ahead, tries to chip it out in front. Paulson picks it up, moves it out in front to Borat. Borat, unable to pick it up. Racing in to get on top of the puck. Wide open man. In front, he missed the net, though. Open lane. And just missed the far left. Pulls the rebound in front. Out the Kinnick as he moves a long pass off a skate. Kral looking in. Possible breakaway opportunity. Forehand shot. And save is made once again. Ames goaltender able to keep the shutout so far in this game. Drops it off underneath. Kral backhands it up ahead to Gus. Yeldon moves it down below through the middle of the ice. Out the gauge, hit it off a skate. Drops it out in front. And it's picked up here by the Cedar Rapids defenseman. Off a skate in front. Hit off his own teammate. As Sinclair's going to pick it up off the wall. Tried to chip it ahead forward. Up ahead for Gage. Couldn't find it. Paulson ran over Sinclair. Almost got a stick stuck in him. Is falling over 2-on-1 possibly. Gus unable to find it. And now Ames has it. Throws a long pass in front. Found a man. Here we go. A 2-on-1 possibly. Patsy made though by Roman. Knocked away and thrown deep. Frangella puts it up ahead out to the Ames defenseman. Big body there by Gus, knocking this man over. Goes out the Seawalk. Frangella up ahead, pass indirectly. Tried to get at the belt. He lost the stick as it got twisted up here with the opposing team. Coleman tries to drop it to Colby. In front to Henry. Off of his stick. Here's a hit there by Belts. Both of them. None of them are moving. It's like a stalemate right there. Sebring runs over into the referee. Gets back up. And now Henry having to get back into the neutral zone. Colby picks it up. Feels a check. Avoids it last second though. On the way, Lanyo by the red line. Picks it up and thrown over towards the glass. Up ahead, underneath, and it goes to Lie. Lie with the puck. Sends it up ahead to Colt. Off of his stick. Picked up by Flory, trying to go in with speed the other way. Drops it off in front. Here's a shot. Couldn't get to the net. Riders try to go their own way. Kai Patson, the defenseman, driving in behind the net. Picked up by Belts. Stolen off of his stick. Chipped up ahead, and Colby regains possession. Backhands it up the other way. Here comes Ames. Taken away. Long Henry. Taken off of his stick. Kiefer now if it sets it up for his forward. Out in front the winger skates with it up the middle of the ice. Back out in front off the boards. Taken away. Long Henry. Lays it out in front for his teammate. Cedar Rapids puts it all the way towards the goaltender, and he's like, I'm going to take it myself. I'm going to pick it up and save it. the draw. Yeldon leaves it out in front for Frangella. It goes in behind the net. Up ahead, over by the boards. Kiefer moves it across the other way. Chips it off the wall. Moves it across ice. In front, Ames puts it in off a Cedar Rapids stick. And it goes all the way back inside the neutral zone. Morin gets it stolen away. He tries to get the pass off. Picked off by Sinclair. Good read by him. Coming through. Tried to get the pass. Nobody was there, though. Gus puts it up ahead. Taken away. Up popping in the air. And bouncing everywhere. D to D. Shifley up ahead. It's picked off for a moment and taken away the other way. 3-on-2 at the moment for the Cyclones. Drops it, looking, there's a lane in front, fires it off the blocker, and a save made there by Carter. Cedar Rapids out shooting Ames 12-9. Definitely a lot closer shots and goal-wise compared to Friday. Definitely a lot lower scoring, too, as I predicted. Out in front of the fenceman, able to hold it in. Got it, able to keep it in last second. Battle down below, the puck's in front of the net, and they scored! They just knocked away at it, and it was just enough, and it rolled underneath of Roman's pads, and it found the back of the net. That's a greasy goal there for Ames. I mean, from up here, didn't even look like that powerful of a shot. Wow, that's a buzzkill right there. I mean, that didn't even take that long. We were in the zone for just the start of that shift, and they were able to win the battle out in front, and they had a man. And there's a collision. It looks like somebody in the Cedar Rapids bench almost got like hit or something. That's a close call. Yep, and there's the frustration continues as Colby's going to get called for a penalty, and the boys are going to have to go on the PK. Well, Kale Crawl taking the draw. Coleman Walker, Kenneth Longhenry, Dominic Frangella also on this penalty kill. Longhenry lost his edge. He's back on his feet. Up ahead, froze it off a skate. Sinclair lost it, but we're going to get the clear regardless, though. Back down below. Walker tries to steal the puck. Goaltender wasn't ready for it, but his teammate was. Crawford picks up the puck. Ames. And they enter inside the zone. On the drop it off to the defenseman, and they will. Here's a shot off the blocker. Up high, and that's going to be out of play. Switching up the personnel. Kai Patson, Kellen Patson, Caden Lai, Henry Lagno. Off the draw. Ames has it. Defenseman moves it down below, top of the circle. Over by the referee. Dangles, passes all the way. One timing shot. He missed the net, though. There was an open net there, to say the least, considering how fast he got the puck off his stick. Drops it back out in front. Crawford with it. Man right on top of him. Able to get off of him. Here we go. Looking. Here's a shot. Blocked away there by a Rough Rider. Flory with it now. Flory moves it up ahead. Blorett moves to the other side of the ice. Drops it. Over by the board still. Down below by the red line. Ames has it now. Backhanded up ahead. Just skates. Looking here. He takes the shot. Blocked again by Cedar Rapids. Able to get everybody off the ice now. Cyclones tried to go in quickly. Rough Riders are right on top of him, though. Out and in front to Kiefer. Kiefer. Kiefer moves it across the other side. That's going to lead the zone. Cyclones move it to Lewis with a man on top of him. Up ice they go. Flips it in front. Looking on the way. Drops it out in front. Over good angle here by Kinnick on the pressure of the defenseman. Final rush out shot opportunity here on this power play as Belts is back on the ice. Stolen away. Here comes Coleman cutting out to the edge. Toe drag move, ran into a man. Almost got it to kill though. Kiefer moves it up ahead off a stick. Man rising on top of him. Up ahead, here comes Ames. Chips it up ahead and it's gonna go in deep. That's gonna be icing. Off the draw. Big collision there. The referee's falling over too. Oh, free the centers and the referee. You don't see that very often. Out in front. Boatman tried to play it. Hayden has it now in front. Drops it in front. The Gage. Stolen away though. Tried to chip it in front. Lee's camp with the pinch. Back around with the boards. Sinclair diving up ahead to get on top of that puck. And it's going to get sent all the way deep down over to Carter. We'll just skate over to the puck. Just tap it over to the referee. Out in front, Laniel leaves it out for Kai. Kai have a shot, redirected in front, and the puck bounces up across to the open ice. Cyclones out in front. Looking, Borat puts it in deep. Patson with one man hard behind him, swerves away from danger though. Now he wants to skate it himself up to Henry. Henry with it, moves it out the belt. Colby inside the zone, backhanded up ahead for the blocker. Kai got leveled in front of the net. Up ahead for the point. Sebring wanted to take a shot on the net. Frangella puts it in. Right into Ames player. Borat with it. Moves across ice. Kai up ahead. It goes around the net. Around by the boards. Through the stick. Goes out to Kai. For the glove there of an Ames player. Up ahead now. Ames with it. Through the ice, out the Kinnick Long Henry. Long Henry tried to go past the man, chipped it through. Here comes Coleman. Sails it up ahead. It's going through over deep towards Roman. Roman out the Fran. Down below, battle for the puck. Underneath, trying to get on top of that puck. There is a big body falling over. Frangella picks it back up. Kiefer didn't even realize the puck was coming to him. He was just standing there. And it's going to be icing. Yeah, Kale showing his disinterest there and his surprise into that icing. But Paulson's going to be called for a penalty. I bet you Kale's going to be pretty happy about that. Off the draw, trying to take control of the puck. Coleman has it. Walker moves it down below the Lanio. Henry tried to make a move. Got a stick stuck in between a man. In front, drops it down behind. Colby moves it up ahead. It's going to go to Coleman. Walker with it, top, middle, out to Henry. Over the blue line, drops it out in front. Walker, and now we have a penalty on us for slashing, and Henry is going to go to the box. Wow, that That was unfortunate. Wow, I mean, this stuff just plagues this team. I mean, when you're on the power play in a close game, just can't take penalties. Pretty similar stuff to the JV game, actually. Ames possesses the puck. We're going to have 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 25 seconds. Sebring, you got to find the puck. There you go. You got it. Colt looking, tries to indirectly move it by the boards. He finds it. Man right behind him, leaves it out for Kiefer. Shifley's going to pick it up. Looking, shooting over top of the net. Throws it towards the net. Redirected, though. Hit the glass. It looked like the Ames JV team is sitting over there. Like right into the glass right by him. Here we go. Colby couldn't get his head wrapped around to find it. I mean, not ideal, but we'll take a line change. Kale on the attack, looking. Third breakaway. He scores! He's got it. Third time's the charm. And Cedar Rapids is finally on the board. Kale Krull, the senior out of Alberta High School, able to score. An electric play. And what a read there by Kale. Able to do just enough. Got him with speed off the bench. Caught him off guard. And able to use his agitator to cut over to the net. And able to finish it top shelf. Beautiful play there. Cedar Rapids with the 4-on-4 goal. Puck deep down inside the zone. Cowan leaves it in front for Kale. Now tries to get it to Long Henry. Taken away by Dom. Dom with it inside the zone. Taken away off his stick, though. Out the Frangella off the stick. Off the blocker. Nobody there for Cedar Rapids. Just all Ames players. Slice this one through. It's picked up. Crawl. Up ahead. Ran into a man. Both of them stay on their feet. Chipped up ahead. Long Henry needing some support. He's pressed up against the corner. And he takes some extra stuff, too. Kinnick trying to get him off of him. Back inside the zone. Colby, you're offside. Now he's back onside. Up ahead. Moves at the whip, and we have ourselves a whistle. I think we're going to have a face-off inside the Ames zone, I believe. So 22 seconds left on this Henry Laniel penalty. Off the draw, picking it up, throws it up ahead with the puck now for Ames. Stolen away here by Belts. Belts wrapping around, he sets it up into the open ice. In front, that's going to go to Weaver. Weaver, the goaltender, plays it out in front. Almost got it taken away. Bounces off a skate or two. Colby tried to make a move, and it goes outside to the neutral zone. Kellen Patson has it now, kicks it out to the side. Running into a man there with Sinclair, and Borat fell over, tumbling down. Kiefer sends it all the way in deep towards the corner. In front, the lie, stolen away. Ames tried to get the one-touch shot. Gus Yeldon going back the other way. Here comes Gage. In through the zone, pulls back up. He fired one, and he got leveled at the end, too. That's going to be a power play for Cedar Rapids. So with 3:10 left to go in the second period, Cedar Rapids an opportunity to tie this game. Beltsy wins the draw. It goes back to Coleman. Walker tried to give it to Laniel. Weird bounce off the boards. Belts out to the point. He picks it back up. Henry has it now along the wall. Defenseman has it, moves it the other way. Kai looking, passing the other way. In front, Delano. Down below, Cedar Rapids has it. Sharp angle shot picked up. Putting a stick in the way. And the goaltender able to gobble that puck. Gobble it up. Face off one again by Cedar Rapids. Walker has it, holding on, looking, dragging in. Here's a shot, rebound out in front, picks it back up. Holding on, dragging, has it, makes it to the open man. Moves it down below, in front the other way, bouncing puck. Ames is gonna get on top of it and they're gonna clear it outside of the zone. Behind them, Coleman with the puck now. Back around the other way. Belts moves it off a stick. Right to the goaltender. In front. Oh, big falling over. That was Lanyo completely getting tripped. And he looks like he hit his shoulder first. Luckily, his head and neck were luckily out of the way. That could have ended terribly. Back in front. One timing shot in front. Lanyo running over into the goaltender. And then he takes a cross-checking at the end. And now they're calling Henry for a penalty. Henry got absolutely assaulted on this shift, and he gets the penalty. Unbelievable. What? Now Brooksy's giving him a piece of his mind over here. Wow. This is ridiculous. I don't even know how Henry, the one who got cross-checked in the back, the man who almost got his head taken out, and he gets in there for 2 minutes. I mean, somebody's got to do some explaining to me how. I mean, sure, he's probably saying some stuff after the whistle, but you know, I mean, I think he's in the right here. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a big momentum shift, but stuff like that, I mean, you don't want to have to blame the refs, but that's pretty bad right there. Back to the game. Coleman, Walker, both of them getting thrown down. KO, and here we go. We got ourselves a power play. There we go. There's a nice make-up call here. And now, 10 seconds left on the Ames first penalty. So it's going to be 4-on-3 for a little bit. Off the draw, bounce over towards the boards. Kale racing in to get on top of it. Man right on top of him. Kale with it up to Caden Lai for the point. Lai out to Kai. Kai looking shot lane. Open rebound and snared away again. He just picked it up out of the air. I can still hear a bit of the crowd here giving it to the refs from that Henry penalty. Out the draw. Cedar Rapids has it. Belt going backhand over towards the goaltender and stepping it again. The banging is with the sticks here, but the Cedar Rapids bench, they like what they're seeing right now. And Ames trying to get the right personnel. What are they doing? And now what is going on? Now they're ushering him back. It's a 4-on-4, and Ames has no idea what they're doing. Having to readjust what's ever going on at the dot. Now they have to switch to center. You know, I mean, they're feeling rattled right now. Flory back around, flips it up ahead from the point lie. Back down below, the Belts makes a move. Out in front to Kyle. Patson looking for a shot and snared away there by the glove. Good puck movement there by Cedar Rapids. Off the draw, off a skate. Cyclones move it up ahead. Here they come, racing down. Roman's gonna beat everybody to the puck. Sends it off the boards. Belts back around the net. Drops it off the referee's skates. Cedar Rapids picks it back up, stolen away. Here comes Ames on the PK. And Belts just holds him against the wall. 2-on-2 in the corner. Up ahead, Coleman with the puck. With it, makes a move to the middle, wants the penalty, will get it. Here comes Kale. Almost got angled off the puck. Kai with it and stolen away as they touch up on the puck. And another penalty with 15.7 seconds left to go in the second period. Four on free, still. Off the face-off, out in front. Coleman was just up ahead too much. And Cedar Rapids is gonna have to hurry to get one last rush. Coleman falls again, they're not gonna call that one. Able to keep it inside the zone, barely. Kale, sharp ankle shot, and he throws it towards the goaltender as he hauls it in. That was Weaver with the save. Number 50. Enough time for a quick face-off win in one timing shot as they got to get everybody over towards the strong side. Sebring is right behind Colby. Colby tried to shoot it off the draw, and it went into the stick there of the opposing center, and that will end the second period as the RoughRiders trailing by 1. It's a 2-1 hockey game as the RoughRiders outshoot the Cyclones again, this time 18-12. One more guaranteed period left to go as now all the RoughRiders just, there we go. right. A little late to this third period, but we got 15 seconds left here on this power play. And it's iced down again. Cedar Rapids trying to tie this game for game number 2 of this Ames Showdown weekend, as Long Henry racing in to get on top of the puck. In behind the net. Crawl just levels the puck up ahead. Out the lie, quick shot there, pad of the way. In front, Long Henry with the edges in front, back around, looking, possessing the puck. Drops it out in front there for lie. Moved out the puck for a second, and it's going to go back into Ames' stick. Out the Kai, looking there at up front there. Could have been a dangerous bounce. And it's held up against the wall. Multiple bodies trying to get on top of that puck. It squirts up ahead over by the defenseman. Able to be kept in, though. Long Henry, here's a shot in front. Knocked away the other way. Out the lie, tries to throw it back over into the body. Sebring brings it back to the point. Here's a slap shot. Missed the net, though. Back around the other way. Cale wanted to get on top of it. Couldn't find the puck, though, as it was completely away from him. In front, there's an icing as Roman puts his hand up. Possessing the puck here of the Cyclones. Intercepted, though, by Gossielman. Had his stick in the way. Bouncing through. Almost got it stolen. Back around comes Gage. Puts it in the other way, over by the other side of the boards. In front, putting his shoulder in on top of that puck. Cyclones have it. Good check there by Gage. Almost runs him over into the referee. Back the other way. The defenseman moves it across. Ice they look. Chipped up ahead, falling over as he was tripped. That was her Angela falling down, and there's going to be another icing as Ames is feeling the pressure. Off the draw, Belt tries to play it, and it's knocked outside. Out the Kai in the neutral zone. Flips it up ahead, in deep. One hard on top of number 22, and it's chipped up ahead. Kai picks it up for a second. Man right behind them. Thrown into the boards. Drops his stick, and Cedar Rapids moves the puck up ice. Up ahead, shipping through on the way to Cowan Patson, unable to completely control it. Puck goes back to Kai, throws it in on net, and slaps shot of the way. Behind the net, Borat moves it up ahead. Ames trying to go in around lie, and he does. It's a 2-on-1. He needs to take away the pass, chipping through, on the way, fires, and he scores, top right corner. Just not enough with the stick on top of the puck to stop the pass. And when you're in that close, it's hard to miss. And Paulson will score again against Cedar Rapids. And the RoughRiders down by 2 goals once again. And this time with 12:44 left to go in the third. Off the draw underneath. Fighting for possession. Throws it in off the boards. Indirect once again. Here comes Coleman. Coleman just belts it up ahead. Inside the zone. Cyclones have it. Taken away by Kale. And falls down on his knees. Battling for possession. Underneath. Still trying to chip away at it. Possess it up ahead, out the dome, one touch pass in front to Coleman, and it's sliced through all the way deep behind the net. Ames up ahead, feels the pressure of Long Henry, and back towards the goaltender as Weaver puts a glove on top of it. the draw. Dom completely missed it. This could be another odd man rush. 2-on-1. Walker, this time, oh, and a gutter goal again, almost. It looked like he was going to stop the pass. A beautiful pass. It's a slice through over top of the stick, and they bury it on the 2-on-1 as Cedar Rapids getting killed by these odd man rushes. And the Cyclones, Crawford's second goal of the game, and it gets worse and worse. As you just gotta say, just gotta think, what are we doing? Disappointing period so far. Still a lot of time left, but it's really just the way the effort this team's playing with. You would think they would get better results. But so far we're keeping up the pressure. Oh, here's a heavy check there by Kai over on top of his man. And they're racing in to get on top of the puck again. Fly backs off, in front, picks it up, over by the boards. In front, chips it up ahead. Cyclones keeps it inside the zone. Back around the Patton. Patton feels pressure on him. And Belts feels a hit in front too. Kai getting his stick twisted up against a man as the Ames Cyclones player fell over. The visitor is coming in through the zone. Makes a move, dangles around, pulls up, but takes a check too. Kai back on his feet, and it's intercepted partially. Throws it towards the net, picked up underneath. He plays the body, and he gets absolutely knocked down by Flory. Here comes Kale. Kale the other way. Back out to Kiefer. Kiefer setting up one out the Colt off of his stick. As Frangella leaves it out in front. Here comes the Cyclones again, knocked away. Somebody's stick is still on the ice. I'm trying to see whose it is. The referee picks it up. Here comes Coleman down the zone. Throws a puck down on the ice. And it's sent all the way down out the Roman. And Caden Lai will play it. As he goes through the zone with it, pulls a shot, rebound underneath. Goaltender Weaver gets back on top of it now. The puck. Gage Boatman tries to fish it out underneath. Picking this puck up, and the Cyclones go up ice. Going right past Lee's camp. Here they go again. 2-on-2. Fires it off the shoulder in front. Good save there by Roman. Here comes Paulson up ahead. Taken away. Crawford looks and shoots. Pad save, rebound, and a big time save there as he got just enough. Sprawling through off of his skates to make the save. Cyclones put it in deep. Rimming around the boards. Chips it up ahead out the Gus. Yeldon puts it in off a leg. He'll take a check there by the boards. Sinclair went in for the hit. He goes down. Here come the Cyclones. Toe drag move. And not able to get the shot off. He just froze it in front. The Gage, and we're going to touch it. And looks like Ames is going to go on the power play. And Hayden's already at the door. Man. And looks like Kai's going to go off the ice. Frangella in for him. Taking a little while here to get going. Face off, and the puck goes all the way deep down. Pretty immediate clear to start off this power play. Back behind the net. Ames with it. In front, moves the pass out the whip. Whip with it. Circles around in a circle. Colby dropped the stick. He picks it back up. Here comes Coleman. He's got a lane 2-on-0 with Henry for support. Looks, shoots in the blocker save. Weaver stones us again. Falling over. Manuel. Up ahead, moves the pass to Coleman. Now he picks it up again. It goes behind the net. Falling down on a knee or two. Lanya with it, right to center. Coleman's in the slot. It's blocked again. Colby now. Belts holding on and just skating it outside of the zone. Just wasting time here on this power play for Ames. Blocked. And it's in behind the net. Belts. Waiting. Setting up a long pass. Went off of Walker's stick. And it's going to be cleared again. Patson going in for the hit. In front, here comes Ames. Cyclones back around, drops it off, and it's going to go into the neutral zone. Crawford floating up a pass by the penalty box. Cedar Rapids now picks it up. Moves it up ahead. The Kale trying to make a move in front and taken away. Ames back up ice. Here comes Flory with it out to the right. Looking, curls back towards the boards, up to the point now, looking. Passes it down below with a face-out circle, rifles a shot, missed the net. Back out the Shifley, Florley. In front, Crawford. With it, moves it. One timing shot there, and Flory fanned on it. Into the glove. Kale unable to get on top of it completely. Moves it up in front to Kai. Patson moves it in front and hits out the stick there of Kellen. Off the boards, picks it up. Here comes Colt. Colt runs into a man and gets absolutely belted as his helmet almost falls over off of his head. As the puck goes in deep. 6:34 left to go in regulation. Cedar Rapids, a big ladder to climb right now. As it goes in, Colt puts the shoulder up. He braces for the hit. Right behind him, Henry looking. Drops it off for Coleman. Coleman a shot. Run the point there almost. There's a bouncing puck there. From this angle, it looked like it could have been over by the net. It just went out to the left side of it. Here's a big-time hit there. Knocks him over into the boards. Here's a shot for the point. Almost got him all the way through. Back in front, pulls back up. Belts along the wall, wants to shoot. He'll take it. It's blocked. Frangella. It's his turn down below. Back up ahead. Belts from the blue line. Atop of the circle. Cross ice. Looking on the way. Henry the Belts. And it's thrown. Rebound in front. Backhanded, and now they corral. Throws it back in front of the net. Cedar Rapids trying to possess it. Throws it in front again and knocked away, back away. Unable to get it towards the net and going to be iced through the middle as the Cyclones, no icing, and they'll get everybody off the ice. Here's a long pass. Coleman jumped before he could catch the puck, and that's offside. Well, you can't be mad about that. I mean, you got to get something going. With only 5 minutes left, you gotta go for broke. Cyclones win the draw. Underneath, batted up to himself. Kellen Patson with the puck. Up the middle they go for the blue line. Out in front of Kale. Kale fired a shot over by the rebound in front of the net. Man falls over, and they call the whistle even though the puck is still loose. But the net looks so, I don't know if it is off. I don't know, but regardless, play will stop. Cedar Rapids wins the face-off. Here's a shot from the point, and it's batted down there by a knee of a Cyclone. Batted up. And now Patson tries to play it. Out to Cowan. Patson for the middle. Out to Kale. Crawl with the lone goal for the RoughRiders today. Pulls back up away. Up ahead to the point. Bounces in off the wall lie. Able to keep it inside the zone for not for too much long, though. Cedar Rapids is going to be offside, as we still have a trailing man still inside the zone. Off the draw. Here comes the Cyclones. Up ahead, throws it towards the net, goes off the boards. Lee's camp, too far for Laniel to pick it up. Underneath, Laniel takes a check over up high. Out in front, blockered away. In front, whipped, one timing shot, and ran over by Henry as he blows up Flory. Out to Colby, belts, going in, nice move, in front, forehand shot, knocked aside there by Weaver again. He's stopping everything. Sebring takes a check over by the glass. There's still two players knotted up. RoughRiders holding belts. Like a nice move again. Fires it over and he misses the net. Cowan, Lee's camp with it. Just fires it back inside the zone. Ames up ahead. Off the stick. Coleman Walker back around. And moves it up ahead out into the Ames players. Puts it up in front off the skate. Gus Yeldon with it. Gus moves it off a stick. Kai picks it up for the RoughRiders. And lost control, but he didn't lose control of that hit right there. Here comes Ames again. Back around, backhanded shot opportunity. Barely got anything off of it. Sinclair able to avoid the big body check. Cyclones. Eben by Sickles. That's going to be icing. Off the draw. Picked up here by the visitors as they come in through the zone. Backhanded up ahead. The open ice and thrown down and slammed over into the boards. On a front open, Kellen. The Patson brother connection in front. Out the Long Henry. Long Henry. And falling over there was a Cyclone by the boards. Kellen with it. Feeling the pressure from a man. Underneath. In front, here come the Cyclones the other way, chipped off of a stick, and Lai completely got it knocked out of his hands. Coleman up ahead. Cedar Rapids has got to pull the goalie pretty soon. There's only 2:20 left to go. Man, we're not even looking at Roman or anything. We have the puck inside the zone. We got to give ourselves a chance. And it's thrown in deep once again. 2-minute warning, and Roman, he wants to get off the ice. He wants to get in for this extra man, so hopefully we can pull it relatively soon. Walker thrown down over in the corner. Chipped up ahead. Sebring with the shoulder check. Backhands it up ahead. Colby with a shot in front underneath, and now it goes to Walker. Walker trying to make a move. Checked up in the gut. Frangella tries to move it back down, and it leaves the zone over by the Cedar Rapids bench. And we have a stoppage of play. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to pull the goalie. I don't know. Just looking at the body language of this team, it's looking pretty bad. Off the draw towards the boards. in the corner. From the point, Crawford moves it. Paulson leaves it. Crawford backhands it up ahead. Looking, fanned on the shot. Here comes Cedar Rapids the other way. Tried to get the pass to Gus. It hit a stick, though. Just going to backhand it towards the goaltender. And then Ames moves it up ahead. Cyclones with the puck. Through the blue line again. Off the boards, bouncing through Lai. Having to be ready for that contact. Up ahead, looking down below. One timing shot, able to hold through, unable to clear it. Now we can. Behind the net. Here's the pass off the backhand in front. Cyclones with it. Dangles through. A man behind them avoids a check underneath, trying to find the puck. Cyclones have it. Drops it down below. Up over to the points. Up ahead, 44. Down below, and here comes Kai. 10 seconds for maybe one last rush, and it's kicked aside. Yeah, final seconds ticking away, and your Cedar Rapids RoughRiders just got swept by the Ames Cyclones. And then, of course, there's extra stuff at the end, but... And another disappointing result, and this is sad. Out shooting Ames again, 26-19 this time, but you know, it just didn't go our way again. But well, I'm pretty sure we hit the road to Kansas City next weekend, and it's going to be another difficult weekend. If we don't get our stuff together, we could be staring at 0-6. If we don't get her, a lot of work to do for this team, but gotta get our points. But yeah. Definitely this team facing through some adversity. But we're just going to have to power through. Anyway, that will do it all here from I'm on Ice Arena. So, I'll be back on the telecast later next week. But till then, this will do it here from Cedar Rapids.